If you're over the age of 62 and a current homeowner, did you know that you can tap into the hidden equity of your home using a reverse mortgage? I'm Jeremy Knock with Golden Age Financial Solutions. And during your golden years, it's essential to understand all of your options, especially if you qualify for a reverse mortgage. There is so much unknown information about a reverse mortgage. Most people don't even know what it is, let alone how it works. Let's first define what a reverse mortgage is not. It is not a loan where the bank takes your home. Secondly, it is not a loan of last resort. This loan is one of the best loans you can use for strategic planning during your golden years. So let me now define what a reverse mortgage is. A reverse mortgage is an FHA insured line of credit that can never be reduced or revoked. It's just like any other mortgage where you use a loan to access your home's equity or for the purchase of a home. But that's where the similarities end. The key difference is, with a reverse mortgage, you never have to make a mortgage payment for as long as you live in the home. Here's some frequently asked questions that people have around reverse mortgages and how they work. The most common question we get is that, isn't this the loan where the bank takes your house at the end, or you're just giving your house to the bank? The answer is absolutely not. You still own the home, you still own your equity, and you can still leave it to your heirs when you pass. Which leads me to the next question. What happens to the loan when I sell or move out? This is a great question to be asking. Obviously, you're able to sell your home, and if you decide down the road you want to, you simply sell the home. At that point, the loan would then become due. Whatever the balance is at that time would simply get paid off, and you keep the remaining equity. Or if you decide to move out of the home for more than 12 months and not sell, at that point, the loan would also become due. So you can either refinance it using a traditional mortgage, then you'd have to start making payments, or you could pay it off with cash if you have access to enough cash, or you could simply sell the home. The reason the reverse mortgage is becoming so popular is because it provides so much flexibility in order to meet your cash flow needs and your future goals. So that leads me to the next question. What happens to the home when I pass? Can I still leave it to my kids? The simple answer is yes, you can still leave the home to your heirs. And keep in mind, after you pass, they'll actually get up to 12 months to determine what they're going to do with the property. They can either pay off the existing mortgage using cash, or they can pay off the reverse mortgage using traditional financing. Lastly, they can simply sell the home. They pay off the balance that's due, and the remaining equity gets split among the heirs. Keep in mind, during that 12-month period, when your heirs are deciding what they want to do with the property, with a reverse mortgage, they don't have to make a mortgage payment. Unlike a traditional mortgage where they would have to make that mortgage payment whether you're breathing or not. So the very next question we get is, how do I qualify? How do I get one? So the basics are simple. You have to be at least 62 years old or older, and you have to be a homeowner. Now, there are some very simple yet very critical keys to having and maintaining a reverse mortgage. First and foremost, it's got to be your primary residence, and you do have to maintain paying the property taxes and the homeowner's insurance, as well as keeping up the property. In fact, there's another option for those that qualify. The new lender may be able to pay your property taxes and homeowner's insurance for as long as you live in that home, regardless of the value of your home. A lot of people love this option if they qualify for it because they don't ever have to worry about writing another check to the county or the insurance company ever again. The lender takes care of that. And besides, they don't have to save up for it or feel that big pinch when it's actually time to pay. I hope this video gave you some information surrounding reverse mortgages and how they work. If you have any additional questions regarding the reverse mortgage, how it works, or you just want to get started with a pre-qualification, feel free to reach out to me. Everyone's situation is different based on how much they're able to qualify for because of their age and the equity they have in their home. Normally when I talk to people, they're extremely pleasantly surprised by how much they can actually access. There has never been a loan product that provides you this much flexibility and freedom in your mortgage payment. That's why we created the Golden Ticket, so that you can enjoy your retirement during your golden years. If you're interested in seeing all of your options, whether that be aging in place or right-sizing your home to a better suited one, feel free to reach out to us. My name is Jeremy Knock with Golden Age Financial Solutions. Thanks for watching.